Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Indiana Association for College Admissions Counseling Virtual College Fair. We want to thank you for joining us this evening. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time throughout the session. Your camera and microphone are turned off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This presentation is being recorded, as well as all the other sessions that happened tonight. So you will be able to view them within about a week at strivescan.com/Indiana. And now I would like to turn it over to our first presenter of the night, and that is Butler.
All right, welcome everyone. Thanks for attending tonight. My name is Clinton Bob. I'm with Butler University. Butler is located in Indianapolis, Indiana. The image that you can see up on the screen here is our campus with the city kind of in the background. We sit just 5 miles north of the downtown Indianapolis area, somewhat in a residential neighborhood, which kind of lends to our campus feel of definitely a residential campus experience. When you think about the size of the institution and the school stats and enrollment, the information that you see up here resembles kind of a little bit of an overview of the academic experience, which we feel definitely to be that of the smaller personalized academic environment. Classes are certainly more discussion-based, a few lecture halls, but most of those classes tend to be intro-level science courses that break off into smaller lab groups where you're always in the environment of a small academic classroom setting. The 4,600 student, or just under 4,700 student enrollment that you see up there, we consider ourselves that to be a medium-sized university. We feel like we have the mix of the small school academic structure with the big school student life environment. If you were to come to campus in a non-COVID time, you would certainly see things are vibrant on campus. 19 Division I sports competing in the Big East Division. We have a very strong culture and arts presence on campus, anchored by our large performance venue, Clues Memorial Hall, which brings well-known productions and concerts to campus. And a lot of things that are certainly accessible for students. Over 150 very active student organizations, 200 study abroad programs. So we do have this big school student life environment, again, combined with the small school academic structure. And of the just under 4,700 students, 70% live on campus. We have a 3-year residency requirement. So your first 3 years would be in one of many different residential options. And then the last year, you have the opportunity to live off campus, but we do find that a lot of students do stay around the Butler community due to our great location. When you think about academics at Butler, we consider ourselves to have one university structure with 6 independent colleges under that Butler University core curriculum, and the 6 schools are listed up here. And I won't go into a lot of detail about these programs, would certainly be happy to answer questions individually about any majors you may be considering. But do know that the university has a variety of areas, over 60 degree programs to choose from. Many of these colleges, if not most of the colleges, have some sort of experiential learning component built into them. And we feel that that is certainly one of the hallmarks or central parts of the educational experience. You're certainly going to get a great education and interaction with faculty members who are experts in their specific areas, but you're also going to be outside the classroom doing things, applying what you're learning from very early on, and in many cases from your first semester on campus. Just to kind of give a few examples, the Lacey School of Business at Butler requires all students to do 2 internships before graduation. Also, every student is assigned an academic mentor. The College of Communication has an internship coordinator within the college working with students from their first semester. Our College of Education, every student completes 2 semester-long student teaching experiences. In our College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences, each student completes 10 one-month site-based rotations as part of the PharmD program. We are in Indianapolis. Indy is a great city for a lot of the reasons I just mentioned when we think of experiential learning. The ability to job shadow someone from the business community, or even a Butler alum. We have a very strong Butler alumni network in the area. Also internships, research opportunities, a vast amount or a variety amount of different types of industries. It's also a great city to be a college student. There's a lot to do in Indianapolis, from the sports environment that we're known for, from a culture and arts environment, several venues and performance opportunities, great restaurants, and it's an easy city to navigate. Low traffic, lots of big city amenities, and it's a great, as I mentioned, a great city to be a college student. So when, to kind of conclude, to think about if you were to consider Butler as you transition into your senior year, the items that you see listed up on this main page are what we consider our required documents for admission. Certainly, we do a holistic review process through the admission process, looking at course schedules, GPA, test scores if you choose to apply with them, involvement outside the classroom, community service, all things that are very important, we feel, to student success once they arrive on our campus. But the items that you see here will be required, minus the test scores, resume, and recommendation listed at the bottom. If you are interested in applying to Butler in your senior year, November 1 is our early action deadline. That one typically brings with it the most scholarship opportunities for students, which range anywhere from $11,000 to $22,000 a year, and also make you considerable or eligible for some of our interview-based programs on campus. We do accept the common application, and we do have our own institutional app. Transcripts can be sent directly from your high school guidance office or counseling office. And again, SAT, ACT scores, it is up to you if you choose to apply with those. So I thank you for taking the time today for coming to listen to learn all about our university.
Thank you, Clinton. Next up, we're going to go over to Marion University.
Good evening, everyone. I hope that this evening is treating you well. Let me get my screen here set up for you. I'm excited to be here to speak to you a little bit about Marian University. I'm joined here by Jen Wanning, one of our admission counselors. I myself an admission counselor at Marian. Excited to tell you a little bit about ourselves and what type of opportunities that we have available to you. Just to give you a brief snapshot of who Marian is, we are a small private liberal arts college located almost in the heart of Indianapolis. We are not terribly far from Butler, who just presented. We're just down the street from them, and we also take advantage of the many wonderful opportunities that the city of Indianapolis has to offer. As you'll see, this is kind of a snapshot of where the university is at currently. We have approximately 35, just over that, 3,500 students currently attending Marian, from the undergraduate population up to the graduate and doctoral programs that we do offer. Approximately half of our students are athletes, and I'll talk a little bit more about athletics a little bit later. But as of right now, the majority of the majors that we really excel in are the health sciences. As you'll see, our top 5 majors are listed there within nursing, biology, and the exercise science. We also excel in a couple of other areas, including business, education, and a variety of other liberal arts programs as well. So being in Indianapolis's backyard has certainly been a treat for us, and just helping us find opportunities for students where they can apply what they're learning inside the classroom outside of the classroom. And to give you a sense of some ways that our students are really applying themselves is working in various hospitals throughout the city, being able to get in classrooms to meet students and observe classrooms on the very first day for those who are interested in education, but also taking advantage of the many recreational things to do. For example, as Butler had mentioned, we are very well known for our athletics environment with the Indianapolis Colts and the Pacers and various others being in the city. The cultural and arts districts are beautiful, and it's a wonderful city for young people. The living is affordable, and again, we're only a hot step away from the greater city. So we really try to offer the best of both worlds with being this small private school where we do have grass and greenery, but we're surrounded by this giant city that you can really kind of explore and make the most out of your experience while you're with us. At this time, we offer 6 academic colleges, soon to add a new one within the School of Engineering. I mentioned some of the majors that we do offer, nursing being the most popular of those. We also have a 2-year program through our St. Joseph's College, and the School of Engineering we're going to see popping up here within the next year or so. Athletics are also a really big deal for us. We are a part of the NAIA, so we're Division II. All the sports that you can see listed there, and we do offer athletic scholarship as well. I mentioned that almost half of our students are athletes on campus. So if you are looking for that experience where you can have a great balance between what it means to be a student athlete, and balance your academics, it's very doable at Marian. And if you have any questions about being able to compete at the athletic level in college, let us know, or please reach out and we'd be happy to share more information about that or get you in touch with the coach. As far as our admission requirements are concerned, our application is fairly easy. Our application is available now at marion.edu/apply. I've also included a QR code there. So if you were interested, you can go ahead and see the application, what that looks like, or even just submit a contact information form. At this time, we are only requiring a high school transcript. We don't have a preference for whether it's an official or an unofficial. Either will work just fine. And then once you submit your transcript, you can actually upload it directly to your application, and we'll provide 24-hour admission decision for you. So the process moves rather quickly. We are also a test blind university. So we're not requiring the SAT or the ACT any longer for admission or scholarship consideration. So definitely something to think about as you start exploring other schools, asking questions, if they're going to require the SAT or the ACT. By applying to Marian, you're automatically considered for academic scholarships. In fact, you'll see a variety of them listed here. By all means, feel free to take a screenshot of this to keep it for safekeeping later. Otherwise, you can view all of these on our website as well. And these are automatically applied to you when you apply to the university if you are eligible for any of these, and they are renewable for 4 years while you're with us. We also recommend completion of the FAFSA. In fact, 99% of our students receive some type of institutional grant or scholarship. And you can also explore local opportunities or ask your admission counselor about other institutional opportunities that we can offer either through athletics or something else. So if you're interested in the only Catholic university in Indianapolis, we encourage you to reach out to us. We're on social media. Myself or Jen are happy to answer any questions you have, but thank you so much for taking the time to tune in, and hope you enjoy the rest of the fair.
Thank you very much, Ty. And next up, we have Indiana State University.
Hello, everyone. I'm just pulling up my screen. Da-da-da. Kelsey, do you care to let me know, can you see my screen all right?
Yes, we can.
Wonderful, thank you. So good evening, everyone. My name is Regina Atkins, Interim Executive Director of Admissions at Indiana State University, and I am here to tell you about wonderful Indiana State and the lovely Terre Haute, Indiana. So I do have a little map here for you to get an idea of where we are located. We are on the Indiana-Illinois border. So we're about, depending on what part of Indianapolis you're coming from, using that as the center location, we're probably about 1 hour and 10 minutes from there. If you're from Northwest Indiana, we are about maybe 2.5 hours from you there. If you're from Southern Indiana, I would say probably 2.5, 3 hours. So a nice little location. We have actually, we're connected by some pretty nice highways. So if you're wanting to get away, we are a quick jaunt away from home. You can get that feeling as if you are far from home, but can always get home quickly if necessary. So lovely location. We are considered a medium-sized institution. We have about 10,800 students. We have a student faculty ratio of 21:1. We love that. We want to keep that as small as possible. We also have about an average class size of about 25 students. We enjoy that as well, because what that means, both that student faculty ratio and class sizes mean you have access to your faculty and your staff. So you can get that assistance that you may need, build those connections that you want. So, you feel more than just a number. We are also pretty proud about our diversity on campus. 1 in 4 of our students are ethnic minority. But then we also have diversity in other ways. So we have students who come from all over the place because of our location and ease of access. So you're going to see students from big cities, from little cities, big high schools, little high schools. We also have representation from all 50 states and about 60 different countries. So we thoroughly enjoy our diversity. We love that because we know that enriches your academic experience. So we talk about it as much as possible. Now, you're here for college, so let's talk about some majors. We do have over 100 students 100 majors to choose from in a variety of colleges, including health and human services, engineering, business, and our arts and sciences has your humanities, your hard sciences, like your bio and your chem. We have our art programs, theater, all kind of good stuff. But I will tell you, we are known for education. Back in the day, we started off as a teacher's college, and we thoroughly enjoy that history. We love that. And so we do talk about how strong our education program is, but we have a lot of opportunities for students that extend past our education. So our up and coming majors include our professional flight and aviation and unmanned systems. We are growing in in the healthcare industry and providing programs for students, including recently a physician's assistant physical therapy. But then our athletic training program, which is also another strong and historical program for us, is a master's program now. So we are pretty pumped about our academics, and we have some strong areas for students to choose from. We do provide experiential learning, meaning hands-on opportunities in every single program. We push professional internships. A lot of our programs require that for graduation. And just like you'll find anywhere else, we offer some really great academic support as well as career support. We always talk about, the value of an education. And so we are also pretty proud of our kind of our stats about how we are a great institution for students who are looking for high value and great academics. We are #1 in Indiana for transforming lives, meaning we have a lot of students who are first generation, and so getting that education is so impactful to their families, and we're pretty proud of that. So we enjoy our first generation students, and we welcome them, and we want to make sure they're successful. So we do provide a lot of services. We also provide, though, a lot of fun. So we do have 15 Division I athletics, over 200 student organizations. We have some great residential life or housing options for students to connect. We want to make sure that you have a full, well-rounded experience. Now, that's all the good stuff. Real quick on the far right side of my slide here, it talks about our cost as well as our tuition, room, and board. We have scholarship opportunities for students to make sure that this is affordable. So we have admissions-based awards where we review for scholarships right at admission. We also have competitive scholarships for students as well. Our little scholarship search tool is called The Branch at indstate.edu/The Branch, because we're sycamores, tree, haha. So definitely encourage students to check that out so they can see what type of opportunities they have for some academic merit-based as well as need-based scholarships. To wrap it up, let's talk about the application process for my underclassmen here. Our application becomes available July 1st, so we encourage everyone to apply. We are test optional, typically require your high school transcript and an application for a decision. We also try to get back to you as soon as we can. We offer, we're old school, so we're going to send you a letter in the mail, a nice packet that will get you all your information you need for your next steps once you are in that senior year and been admitted. So for my seniors, we are currently talking about FAFSA, we're currently talking about housing, and we're currently talking about our enrollment deposit. So if you're interested in being a Sycamore and you're a senior and been admitted, that is your next steps. For you, I talk real fast. My contact information is there on the slide. I'll also put it in the chat. I would love to see you all on campus. We're open for visits Monday through Friday. indastate.edu/visits. Thank you all and have a fabulous evening.
Thank you so much. Next up, we have St. Mary's College.
Can you see my screen okay? Hopefully.
Yes.
Perfect. There we go. All right. Hi, everyone. My name's Sarah. I work in the Office of Admission at St. Mary's College. I am very fortunate to actually cover the Indianapolis area, so I'm super happy to be here tonight. I also work with students from the South Bend area as two of my territories. Just a little bit about St. Mary's. We are a relatively small college, just a couple miles north of South Bend. We do have about 1,600 students from nearly all 50 states and 16 different countries. So we do have a very diverse, very well-represented student body. Obviously, academic excellence is at the root of what we do. We are giving you an academic college education. So the thing that we pride ourselves most in is that we offer every single student at St. Mary's a very personalized and individualized approach to their education. Your professors are going to know your name. They're going to know your strengths, your weaknesses. They're going to know when you're in class and when you're not, which can be a good thing or a bad thing. But they're really going to know you. You are going to have those professional mentors, and that's going to definitely be an awesome benefit to you when it comes time to apply for grad school, when it comes time to apply for jobs, because you will have those professional mentors who know you, who are ready to write a reference letter for you whenever you need it. And also they're just great as guidance for life. Whenever you have questions about a job, whenever you have questions about grad school, they're always there for you. Our average class size is only 15 or 16 students. So there is definitely a lot of one-on-one time in our classes. We do have over 50 different academic programs. Our most popular programs are definitely business, biology, which a lot of colleges are going to say biology is a popular major of theirs. But our nursing program is also one of our most popular programs, and education. So we do have a ton of programs that we offer our students. That's just to name a few. But that number, that 50 plus, does include all of our majors, our minors, and we do usually add new ones every year. Something that definitely sets us apart from other colleges are the research opportunities that we offer our students. You do not have to wait till your senior year to do independent research at St. Mary's. You don't have to pay extra to come over the summer and do research. That is integrated into the curriculum of every student starting in their first year. So you will graduate from St. Mary's confident in your ability to come up with a research question, a research design, actually conduct that research, and ultimately present that research. A lot of our students are published writers, and a lot of our students present at national conferences every year. So you will be confident in every stage of the research process, which is a great benefit to our students for their careers and also in grad school. In case you didn't know, we are a women's college. I'm sure some eyes out there got a little bit wide, but there are definitely some benefits to attending a women's college. Obviously, I'm a little biased, having worked for one, but I always say to the ladies out there, no offense to the gentlemen in the room, but after 1 week in a class without boys, you really don't miss them that much in the classroom. So I'll get into the co-ed atmosphere in just a little bit, but you can see on the screen some numbers that are a testament to the success of our all-female class setting. So you can see that women who attend all-female colleges are more likely to complete a graduate degree, and they are more likely to feel prepared for their jobs. Overall at St. Mary's, value really is priceless. We want every single student to come onto our campus and have an opportunity to not only discover their voice, but develop their voice and use their voice. And we want to make that opportunity as accessible to every single student as possible. So 100% of our students at St. Mary's do receive financial aid, and that is in the form of merit aid and need-based aid. So no student at St. Mary's is paying sticker price to go here. If you look up our tuition and room and board costs, it's going to be a scary number. That is our sticker price, and we are a private college, so that sticker price is always going to look high, but we are very good about financial aid and making sure that our education is as accessible as possible, as I mentioned before. Another really unique thing about St. Mary's is our 4-year promise. So right now, The average amount of time it takes a student to graduate college in the US is 5.5 years. We have a 4-year promise. Basically what that means is that as long as you are passing your classes, as long as you are doing everything you should be, if there is a mistake on our end and you have to come back for a semester or come back even for a year to finish a class or some classes, we are going to pay for those classes that you have to come back and take. We are never going to take more than 4 years worth of money from you. We are never going to take more than 4 years worth of time from you if we don't have to. That is true for all of our programs. That's true for our nursing program, education, social work. Those programs that sometimes you have to wait years to get into, you'll be in and out in 4 years. We'd love to keep you forever, but we also want to send you off into the world to use those skills we've given you to do amazing things. We are also consistently ranked in the top national liberal arts colleges, top women's colleges, and best value colleges by US News and World Report and by Niche, just so you know. We are right across the street from the University of Notre Dame and right next door to Holy Cross. We are an independent college, but I mentioned earlier that I would briefly touch on that co-ed atmosphere component that I'm sure a lot of students have questions about. We do have an academic connection with Notre Dame. That means you are able to take classes on their campus. They are able to take classes on our campus. It is a mutual thing between the two campuses. We also have over 500 joint clubs and activities between the 3 campuses. So most of those are co-ed. They are athletic organizations, service, arts, pretty much anything you can think of, we offer it between the 3 campuses. You really, truly do get the best of both worlds. You get that all-female, tight-knit sisterhood and that living and learning community at St. Mary's. You get that small classroom atmosphere, but we have a really big school neighbor. You still get access to those completely normal co-ed college experiences like dances, formals, the tailgates, social events, the football games, if you want them. So that is right across the street. We are very much integrated with both the campuses. We have been neighbors for over 100 years. So we are very good friends with Holy Cross and Notre Dame. And it is a really unique tri-campus community to be part of. A little bit about our admission process. We are on the Common App. We do have an early decision and a regular decision route. So feel free to apply whichever route is the best fit for you. Those deadlines are on the screen. Obviously, some of them have passed for this year, but keep that in mind for next year. We are also test optional, which means you do not have to send us your ACT or SAT scores to be considered for admission. If you have any questions, my email is on the screen, so definitely feel free to reach out. I would love to talk to you and get to know you more. Thank you.
Thanks, Sarah. Next up, we have Dominican University.
Sorry about that. Good evening, everybody. My name is Ruben Burnley. I'm a Senior Associate Director of Admission here at Dominican University, and I'm going to share my screen and showcase a little bit about Dominican University. A little bit about us. We are a small private liberal arts Catholic school. We're literally 10 miles due west of downtown Chicago. So if you've ever been in the city and you're looking at the beam, instead of looking the way where the lake is, you look the other way and come 10 miles, you run to our campus here at Dominican. A little bit about us, we're more than a community. You're known by your name. We actually offered a small class size, average class size about 15 to 1, 10 to 1 student to faculty ratio. I kind of laugh when we say we have 0 lecture halls. Due to COVID, actually some of our larger classrooms have moved into like our Martin Recital Hall that holds 200 people to see a play or production, or our Lund Auditorium, which houses about 1,100 students to see a play or production on campus. But we do that just so students will still have that community feel, be able to have those classes and practice social distancing while attending Dominican. Kind of give you a snapshot of our profile of this current class that we have in right now. We brought in about 465 freshmen, 176 transfers, and roughly about 3,000 students that attend Dominican here right now. 37% of our students are first generation students, and 69% of our incoming students are students of color. So a great good fit. I always say it's like a microcosm of Chicago right here in the town of River Forest at Dominican University. We offer over 50 different majors, listing of our top 3, nursing, psychology, and pre-med. We also have a 5-year business program where 3.5 years receive a bachelor's and a 1.5 years receive a master's. And then we also have some couple unique programs offered at Dominican, especially for a small private liberal arts school like fashion design, nutrition, and dietetics, just to name a few different programs that we have that are out of the ordinary courses. But our #1 major that's not listed here is called I don't know or undecided or I want to study everything. And the great thing about that, you don't have to declare a major until your first semester of your junior year at Dominican. So every student that comes here will have a first year advisor and also lead into a peer advisor and also an academic advisor here at Dominican. At Dominican, you're going to be challenged. You're also going to have a support group, being able to leverage your resources. And a lot of opportunities that you'll have here at Dominican is being able to be matched up with a peer mentor or be able to utilize our academic writing center with the writing and research lab, and then also tutoring service for our students here at Dominican. We are a research college, meaning that you're going to be able to do research right on our campus or even outside our campus, but you get to work with a professor or maybe do research by yourself or even be able to do research with a friend. We actually have a dedicated day on our campus, which is called ERSI, which is our Undergraduate Research and Scholarship Career Investigation Day, where students are doing year-long research projects and being able to present it to the overall college community. Career development is involved with students starting day one. I always like to joke is that when I was in college many years ago, I found out about career development starting probably about 3 weeks towards graduation when my parent asked me if I have a job yet. But here at Dominican, career development is involved with students right away, being able to get you involved with internships. But before you get into the internships, being able to have like a fashion show, what to wear for your interviews, also being able to work on video interviews when you're applying for internships and jobs as well too. And also your professors with that small class size of 15-to-1 to 10-to-1 student-teacher ratio, your professors gives you a lot of insight for different internships in the Chicagoland area and nationally and also internationally as well too. Just give you a list of some of the internships that are offered for Dominican. As I mentioned, we're about 10 miles due west of downtown Chicago. Students that want to go into research, being able to work at the Argonne National Laboratory for internship opportunities, and students that want to go into finance, being able to have a fellowship program with Fifth Third Bank. Also, as I mentioned, we're a Catholic university and we have the 4 pillars of Dominican, but one of the main pillars is being able to give out service. So when you're here at Dominican, you're going to be involved with some community-based learning projects within your major, or even if you're part of the athletic program or club organizations, or right now, currently we're on spring break, but in the previous years, we used to have alternative spring breaks where students were able to do service trips in New Orleans and also different other places. Also, we also are one of the first colleges in the United States to ever offer a study abroad program. We actually have 20 study abroad programs that students will be able to choose from, either full semesters or full years or even 5-week programs. Currently, due to COVID, all our study abroad programs are paused, but we're hopefully in the fall being able to reactivate those back for our students to be able to take advantage of that study abroad opportunity here. As I mentioned, we're about 10 miles from downtown Chicago. For some students, 10 miles to downtown Chicago does not mean 10 minutes. It's probably going to take you a good solid 20 to 30 minutes to get downtown, but we actually have a shuttle bus that comes from our campus in River Forest and will drop you off into downtown Oak Park to be able to take the Green Line or take a PACE or CTA bus to get you in the city and explore as well too. Our neighboring town, Oak Park, is actually the home of the Ernest Hemingway Foundation. So if you want to do something about American literature, literally 5 minutes away from campus, you'll be able to get connected with the Ernest Hemingway Society. We actually have over 14 intercollegiate sports teams. Again, we are Division III, so we do not offer any athletic scholarships, but we're kind of a unique time right now. All our fall sports and part of our winter sports got moved to the spring semester, and actually today was an opening day for our men's and women's soccer team on campus, but usually those fall sports usually start around late August and going into fall. So we also have 35 different clubs and organizations at Dominican. And then also, if you're wanting to connect with any of our students, we do have an app to connect with our student ambassadors here at our college. So here's my contact information. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me, and thank you for participating tonight.
Thank you. And our last college to present tonight is going to be Savannah College of Art and Design.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. My name is Kelly Jo. I am the Assistant Director of Admission with the Savannah College of Art and Design. Really excited to get to talk to you guys about SCAD tonight. So let me go ahead and get my PowerPoint going. It wants to be my friend. Here we go. All right. So like I said, we are the Savannah College of Art and Design. So we were started, actually, let's take a quick leap back. So we were founded in 1978 down in the beautiful Savannah, Georgia. And this was our very first building where we started, but we have grown to become one of the most comprehensive and connected art and design universities in the world. So we now offer multiple campus locations. So yes, we're still in Savannah, but we now offer a full-time campus in Atlanta, Georgia. We have a study abroad location in Lacoste, France. And then we do have our global e-learning platform, which is completely online. What's really nice is once a student is accepted to SCAD, they're actually accepted to every campus. So you do have the opportunity to study at each one of them. So maybe you start in one location, maybe you want to start in Georgia, then maybe you want to go take advantage of studying abroad in the beautiful medieval village of Lacoste, France. And then let's say you get an internship opportunity in California or New York City, you can go do that internship and take advantage of taking classes online through our e-learning program. As well as maybe you just want to stay in Indiana and get an entire degree online. You can also do that as well through our e-learning program. We do offer some programs fully online. And so all of these options at your fingertips. Not only have we grown in our campus locations in these last 40 some years, but we also now have grown in our student population. We've got about 15,000 students at SCAD, and they're coming from all over the world. We have students coming from all 50 states and more than 100 different countries. We're very diverse at SCAD. We've got about a 26% international population. So about a quarter of our students are coming from other countries. We have also grown in our program offerings in that time. We now offer over 40 different majors, over 75 different minors. So that's a lot of ways to be an artist, right? So there are so many ways to be an artist and to be a creator and to be a designer and an innovator. And yes, we do have the typical fine arts that you might normally think of. We've got painting and illustration and photography, but we've got so much more than that. We've got animation, film and TV, fashion, architecture. We even started a couple of new programs. For example, the business of beauty and fragrance, which is highly in the beauty and skincare world. Now you're not creating those products, but you are getting to look at the business side. So a lot of branding, marketing aspects. We also just started the social strategy and management program, which is very heavily related in the social media realm. So once again, looking at branding, marketing, advertising. As you can see, we definitely have a lot of different program offerings. And the coolest thing is you don't have to know right away. A student doesn't actually have to declare their major until the end of sophomore year. You can come in and figure it out, your freshman year. We also don't require a portfolio for admission. Although we are an art and design university, you don't have to have any prior experience. So we do not require a portfolio to be accepted. We're going to teach you everything you need to know. So with all of our majors and minors combined, we do have over 100 degree programs, which is more than any other art and design university. Speaking of numbers, I got to talk about my favorite one, 99% alumni employment rate. This data comes from spring 2019. They're still working on all the 2020 data, but from the spring 2019 graduating class, 99% of those students reported either being employed or seeking further education, or both, within 10 months of graduating. And out of that 99% that could be working anywhere, 91% of them reported being employed in a creative field. So that right there really goes to show you the quality of a SCAD education. And that, yeah, you're getting prepared to get the degree, but you're also getting prepared to get a job afterwards. And a job in something you like doing and something you're passionate about. Through our internship connections and all of the different industry connections that we've got through our professors, our students really do get to do what they love. We currently have students working at Netflix. We currently have students at Chanel, Pixar, Apple, Spotify, Instagram. So if one of these is your dream, it's this and more, but we definitely get to see our students getting to do what they love every day. We're very proud of them. So if any of this is sounding interesting, definitely head over to our website. It's got all things SCAD. You can check out programs. You can look at the different locations. You can even do a virtual tour or sign up for an in-person tour. We are currently open for in-person tours in both Savannah and Atlanta locations, both in Georgia. So if you're interested in checking it out, definitely head over to our website. We are on what's called rolling admission. So with rolling admission, you can start the application as early as a junior. You have all the way until the end of senior year to get everything in. So it only takes about 10 minutes to apply. It takes 10 minutes, you just fill out your basic information, what school you go to. And then as soon as you start that initial application, you get connected to an admission advisor, number 2. They're gonna help you complete your file. They're gonna look at all the different pieces that you might need to apply. They're gonna work with you on scholarships and financial aid, and it is your personal admission advisor. So it's one person that walks you through all the steps of the application. So what we look for is we give a preference of a 3.0 GPA, and we are currently test optional, so we are not requiring ACT or SATs. And then definitely you got to come down and visit, because the best way to see it is to see it in person. So like I said, we are currently offering tours in both Atlanta and Savannah locations, but if you aren't able to come all the way down to Georgia, we are definitely offering those virtual tours online, and that way you can still connect with your advisor. So you can head over to scad.edu/visit in order to set up a tour or schedule one. If any of this is sounding cool, I want to put the QR code up here for you, so that way you guys can do the screen with your phone and check it out, or you can reach back out to me. Like I said, my name's Kelly Jo. This is my SCAD cell, and this is my email address. So feel free to take a picture. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Kelly. Now that you've heard from all 6 of our schools this evening, I invite all of our panelists to come back on, and I'm going to ask one last question to them to wrap up the evening. So in the order that you guys presented in, would you like to share with our students, what is your favorite event or campus tradition?
I guess I get to go first. Butler has many traditions, but one that I actually got to participate in early on in my career was the Butler Spring Sports Spectacular. It's a 12-hour competition starting at 7 p.m. where students form a variety of teams, compete in things from 3-on-3 basketball to card tournaments to tug of war, all in an effort raising money for the Special Olympics of Indiana.
Great. At Marian, we have several traditions as well. One of my favorite is football tailgating. Every weekend we have a home game. We have a pretty good football team. We won the national championship a couple times, runners up a couple other times. So super fun. Ty's got another great one I think he's going to share as well.
Yeah, I think one of the most unique that we offer is we are the Marion Knights. And so we really love to lean into that. And whenever we have students attend or come to campus for their very first day in convocation, students are knighted by 2 faculty members. We don't keep the swords that sharp, but yeah, we knight our students as they come in to officially welcome them as the Marion Knights to the university.
So at Indiana State, we love races, and so if I'm gonna say 2. So at homecoming, we have a tricycle derby, and then at spring week, which is held in the spring, we have a tandem bike derby. So the tricycle, yes, is adult-sized tricycles. We go around the track a whole bunch of times, jump on and off. It's crazy. Same thing with the tandem bikes. We do the same thing, ride around the track a whole bunch of times, jumping on and off. It is a good time, and the students really enjoy it.
Well, clearly tailgating and racing is a big thing in colleges, because I was going to mention the Notre Dame tailgates, that those are big, but we also have canoe races at the end of the school year. The seniors get to do canoe races on our Lake Marion on our campus, but the different one I'll focus on that's really fun. During midterms and finals each semester, our students actually get a midnight breakfast that is made by faculty and staff. So it is served at midnight during those exam weeks for our students. So our students can come in their pajamas to the dining hall, get some pancakes, some bacon, and take a break from their studying, and they always look forward to it.
At Dominican, I'm gonna give 2, but they coincide with each other. The first day, or actually the Sunday before the first day of classes, we actually have DU Fest, which is like a carnival. We have food trucks in our circle, and so all the first-year students and returning students get to meet each other. And then if they go through all the whole process, the night before graduation, we have a candle and rose ceremony. So the graduates will walk out with a rose, and then outlining in our quad will be a significant other or a friend that holds a light, and they'll exchange the rose, which we used to be called Rosary College, and then they'll carry on the Dominican light, and they have a candle, and we usually have it the night before graduation.
They're all so cool. So we have a lot of events that we do at the Savannah College of Art and Design. We definitely hold the Savannah Film Festival, which is kind of the coolest because we get like lots of fun people that get to come in. But my personal favorite is going to be our fashion shows that we have every year. So we host fashion shows in both Savannah, Atlanta, and these are the coolest. Miss J, if anybody knows or watches Project Runway, gets to come down. He's actually friends with our president and we get to be a part of it. So it's very cool. Definitely a lot of cool stuff. So thanks, everybody.
Those are some really awesome traditions. And I think I got goosebumps at one point because I was like, I want to go back to school. So thank you all so much for sharing. And thank you everyone for joining us this evening. When you close out of this window, there'll be a link to a very quick 4-question survey where we'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. This was just one of multiple sessions that happened this evening. So along with this session's recording, you will find all of those at strivescan.com/Indiana in a few days. Thank you all so much, and thank you to our panelists, and I hope everyone has a wonderful night.